At the moment now, we're sitting here doing this, somebody else is climbing a massive mountain, somebody else is struggling to find water, somebody else is writing poems, somebody else is inventing kind of crazy technologies. I mean, life is rich, it's multi-layered, it's complex, and we will never know all of it. And it's a very beautiful thing. So yeah, storytelling is absolutely critical. The stories we tell of the future, the stories we tell of the past, for that matter, shape profoundly our sense of possibility in the present. I mean, my hunch is that stories have many different roles to play. They construct our sense of identity, but in relation to temporality, I think good stories allow us to join the dots. They allow us to see the many different things that are going on at any one time. There's a phrase I've been working with recently, which I call the richness of the meanwhile, which is the way in which good stories allow us to connect the many, many different things and movements and possibilities that are all going on at once, and to see the abundance of the present. And that, I think, is one of the challenges that we're trying to work on when we do all of this sort of work that I won't just call futures work, which is seeing that there are many and competing tendencies in the present at any one time. What's happening? So, at the moment now, we're sitting here doing this, somebody else is climbing a massive mountain, somebody else is struggling to find water, somebody else is writing poems, somebody else is inventing kind of crazy technologies. I mean, life is rich, it's multi-layered, it's complex, and we will never know all of it. And it's a very beautiful thing. Those very competing, different tendencies, they have a huge amount of potential to create very, very different futures that we can't yet envisage. And I think one of the wonderful things about good art in general, but storytelling in particular, is that it can allow us to see the simultaneous things that are all going on at any one time, which is what I call the richness of the meanwhile. So I got into future studies a little bit by accident, and I was lucky enough when I just started to read Barbara Adam and Chris Grove's book Future Matters, which is a stunning sociology of the future, and provides, I think, one of the most robust analysis of how there have been different historical framings of what the future is. So that book was critical. I was then also invited through long and complicated processes to a week-long workshop in Italy with people like Roberto Poli, Sahaya Niatula, Ted Fuller, who introduced the world of anticipation studies, and particularly the philosophy of that, and then the history, obviously, of futures with Ted and Sahai. But I'm particularly interested in feminist approaches. So Donna Haraway is important to me. Her work is absolutely central. Anna Singh, who studies, if you like, the complexity and entanglement of reality. Brian Masumi's work as a philosopher, looking at the abundance of the present. All of those are critical. But then I'm also trained in literature, and also in politics. So I think people like Gramsci, so the question of hegemony, can't pronounce it, of hegemony and how it is produced, the construction of common sense, and it's always felt to me that the conversation about the future is a political conversation. It's an attempt to create common sense ideas about what is normal and what is natural, and to frame reality. And so that, I think, is probably a longer history that I bring to my work. And then all the post-human work, I think, today, the more than human work, is providing some very interesting challenges to my thinking right now. So probably I will be doing more reading in that area.
Thank you.